Happy New Day. I hope you are doing well. This is take 4, responding to, you'll never guess it, an argument on the internet. The reason that take 2 happened was because I decided that there were too many superfluous details, and the reason the other 3 takes happened is because I kept struggling to say superfluous. I had to write it down so I could read it out. Alright. The nature of this argument really boils down to the self and the other, and I thought that it was really ironic that the person who was promoting the segregation of others in terms of a national and racial sense was being othered by the people there in a different way. And that's the reason why I think the internet is beautiful, about how every idea, every walk of life can intermingle, and it might not happen all of the time. Like under the video, it was Solar Sands alt-right playbook playlist. That clearly states out that it's true that the truth can be overshadowed by window dressing, but the truth will win out because it exists no matter how it is that people act. And it will win out in the end. And the internet is great for that. Now, I'm addressing the tone of the conversation overall instead of any specific individual, because this isn't about the individual, this is about the ideas, of course. I mean, that's why I suppose it's important in a lot of academic circumstances, but generally speaking, I'm against citations, because whether or not you discover an idea, that doesn't make it yours, per se. Anyway, so in groups, out groups, the self, the other, we are possessors of qualities. We are not qualities. You can have better or worse ability to speak, better or worse intelligence, strength, but regardless, you are not strong, you are not weak. That is a blessing. And I'm not saying that in the God sense, although I suppose you could take it that way just as well. And it is our duty to spread our blessings, our virtues, onto those that don't have them. It's not a matter of erasing people or erasing culture. It's a matter of recognizing that culture has evolved mimetically and it's branched out, but it's still all the same species, so to speak, in the same way that humans have branched out and changed, but we're all the same species and we can interact and grow for the better. And the way to promote the growth of ideas is, in a very Darwinian fashion, to poke and prod them from every single angle until they collapse. That's how science works. And this should be done to yourself and to others. As long as you recognize that you could be incorrect at any given time. What is an idea? What is the material and metaphysical quality of qualities? I have no idea. That's something that I'd like to examine and come to my own answers on in the future, and I look forward to it. And even after I reach a conclusion, I'm willing to change again. I mean, obviously, since I did that video on clothing a while back, my opinions about the proper way to present have changed. I've actually tried to record a self-response, but I'm just not good at this whole electronic thing. I could be better, but I guess it's just not something that I'm interested in. I prefer this more... I see this less as video production and more as para-communication, so to speak. I'm speaking to no one and everyone. Alright. I think that I got the general gist of it out. I mean, I could go more into detail about how is it that you define a tribe, and how different definitions, if you follow them logically, can lead to self-destruction and war on a greater scale. I could talk about fact-checking about how wars and civil unrest and civil wars, which is an important distinction, have grown and decreased, and how the unrest that does exist today is a large part of different economic and social systems interacting rather than being endemic to an area. But I think that I've got the general point across, and in 3 fewer minutes than take one. Hope you all have a lovely day.